Sansa. They're so cool, and Mia's a fan of them too.
Yeah. And my song of the week is called Glue Song by Biabadoobie and Claro.
Well, coming up, we have a special video for you that will turn up the heat. Stay tuned!
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
La 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 la. Free. La 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 la. La 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 la. Freeze.
Welcome to our spicy ramen challenge. Today we're joined by two guests from our crew. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
My name is Michael Griswold. I'm currently the Vice President of Productions, going to be the General Manager at WTOP. So I'm very excited for that. Yeah, I'm the crew. I'm the graphics operator. I love it. One of my favorite shows to work on. You know, every other Thursday. So shout out to you guys. But yeah, I'd say in instant food. I use this. I don't know if you've heard of this pastaroni. It's called. Any of the Ronies, like
No.
So like it's just like everything comes in one box and it's like $1. You just put it all into a little bowl and cook it up, and takes like 5 minutes. Good. Yeah.
Let's go real quick.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I'm Garrett. I am currently the original productions director and going to be take over Riz's old position, Vice President of Productions. On the show, I am TD. I love working the show just because you guys have that bundle of energy, all that positive vibes. So it's definitely great being here every other Thursday. Favorite food, like college food, it's gotta be, at the dining hall they have these chocolate chip pancakes. They have it every other week or so, but every time in the morning when I look at the dining hall calendar, I'm like, they have pancakes in the morning? I feel good in the morning.
Yeah, for me, back when I used to go to the dining hall, I enjoyed getting their cauliflower pizza. Like usually I'm not super healthy, this pizza. But their cauliflower pizza, it slaps. That's all I gotta say. It's so good. So today what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be trying 4 different rounds. Sadly my other half, Nick could not be here due to some reasons. But we'll be doing this in her spirit, so let's go.
That's right.
So yeah, we have 4 different ones. These are all kind of Korean ramen, and we'll just kind of go through all of them, and I will, before each of them, you'll get a little shot of it, and I'm just gonna try it and give you guys a little ramen facts. So stay tuned. Let's dig in, I guess. So, after seeing those little previews of what we're eating, let's kind of get into it. So, first off, I'm gonna do these a little over. Let me quickly So we also, part of this challenge is, since we're all the best at eating spice. Whoever drinks milk first, because that's usually, milk, it helps you out with the spice. So we got a little milk, and we're just, doing a little temptation. So no like resetting in between, no drinking milk between the spiciness. And it's just gonna be kind of like, what do you say, like a gauntlet style? It really is a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Going from least spicy to the most spicy, and just seeing how well we can tolerate it. First one we have is the shin noodles.
Alright.
Bon appetit.
Let's go.
Ooh. That definitely has like a little bit of a kick.
Oh yeah. I should have took that second bite.
So yeah, for this one, I can only find like 2 of the spicinesses. So this one's 2,700. These two, I'm guessing it might be in the middle range, so we'll see. But this one, 2,700 for the Scovilles. And after each of them, to get a little, ramen fact. So first one is from an article in 2020. Sorry.
Yeah,
It's getting to me. It really is. Apparently, approximately 103 billion servings of instant noodles are eaten every year, and I believe the most is in China. So that's really, I find it fascinating about how just popular instant noodles are, considering how recent they were invented.
Chris, you okay with it?
Yeah. The other one, so this one is the Nongshin bowl noodles, and these are spicy and hot flavor, I believe, or something like that. Well, let's see how this one compares.
Oh,
so second one, the sweet and spicy, something spicy, I don't remember.
Yeah, there's definitely spicy.
Honestly,
this
one should have been the first one.
Yeah, hasn't hit me yet. I don't know if it's going to.
Definitely got like a little bit of like a kick afterwards. I mean, that might still just be from the first one, honestly.
Yeah, I can't tell. Yeah, this one's kind of fun.
This one's good. I would actually like make this and eat this. So this third one's the kimchi flavor. What's interesting about kimchi is it's kind of like, well, either you know what kimchi is?
I don't.
So Eric, do you want to explain what kimchi is though?
It's a mixture of various vegetables. I believe there's daikons and carrots, and you add some spice to it as well. I've had it a few times. They sometimes serve cold. I like kimchi.
Usually it's like fermented and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like all these different veggies and it's like a little brine solution. But I'll get into a little more in the facts, because that's actually what our next fact's going to be about.
It's smelling spicy.
I don't know. I got a whiff of it and I was like, oh boy.
It smells good.
It does smell pretty good.
Yeah. Well, third one, spicy kimchi.
Oh no.
I mean, it's like it's like a little bit of like a quick, like it's there and then it's not.
Yeah.
So this one is so there's different variations of kimchi. Every region and family does it a little bit different, and kimchi is more of like a process than a specific like gourmet thing, because it usually happens in Korea, and like each Korean like region has their own thing, how to make it. So it's interesting, Don't know what they have in this one specifically. I'm sure it's on like the ingredients, but it's good.
Do you guys taste the kimchi?
Yeah.
I've never had it, so I don't know.
No, I haven't
taste
either,
such
but I can taste like something that wasn't there before. We got our last one.
That one looks.
Yeah, this is the bulldog. Yeah, bulldog. I've literally looked up before. It's fine.
Oh.
Right down the throat.
Yeah.
Just like,
Oh. Yeah, that went to the throat.
Oh, it fumes.
Ooh. You guys good?
Yeah.
Go back.
Oh gosh.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna lose. I need milk.
I don't know why, I kind of slid. I'm kind of chilling right now.
You're chilling?
Not really, but a little.
On that note, I just want to thank you guys for coming and being tortured with me today. And yeah, just see you guys back at the studio when we do our next little segment. Woo.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back.
Hosting special programs for a once-in-a-lifetime event.
And a SUNY Oswego faculty-led research project is attempting to improve vaccine storage.
Plus, find out why the newest tax assessments have left Oswego homeowners in a state of shock.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kaylee Richmond.
And I'm Logan Russo.
Many Oswego residents remain confused about the newest tax reassessment done on their properties. The latest reassessment was the first to happen in Oswego in 27 years, with some residents seeing a tax increase upwards of 80%.
A public forum was held last week at Oswego City Hall where concerned residents could express their frustration to a panel. The panel consisted of tax professionals, including the city tax assessor and Oswego resident Kevin Hill. Residents' comments and concerns grew into heated exchanges with the panelists. Hill at one point referred to those in attendance as the, quote, peanut gallery. Hill also urged speakers to hold back questions about their own properties and to speak with him directly instead. Many at the forum felt panelists were misleading with their answers and still lacked clarity on the grievance process.
A technological breakthrough has followed a new patent for SUNY Oswego's electrical and computer engineering professor Adrian Ida's ionic wind research. In 2018, Professor Ida and a team of students achieved a special flight with this new rotational propulsion system with electricity using ionic wind to power movement. Last year, students presented some of their research at Quest, but their experiments still continue.
Oswego County is reminding residents this time of year to protect their pets. With more on this story, we turn to our own Jason Samsel.
Thank you guys. Oswego rabies. Thank you guys. Rabies is a fatal disease that can infect any mammal, and with springtime finally upon us, the Oswego County Health Department is reminding pet owners to vaccinate their pets. The department is holding its first rabies vaccination clinic of the year this Wednesday, the 27th. The clinic will be open by appointment from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Oswego County Highway Facility over in Scriba. Oswego County Director of Environmental Health Caitlin Parkhurst says the rabies virus remains active year-round, but activity increases as the weather warms and wild animals become more active. Residents can set up appointments over the phone from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. until all appointments are filled. And guys, Parkhurst says that it's not just outdoor pets that can be exposed. Last year, the department reported that 44 people in Oswego County alone were treated for exposure to rabies. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Jason. The April 8th total solar eclipse going over central New York offers students who work with the SUNY Oswego Planetarium an opportunity to develop new programs around this once-in-a-lifetime event. Eclipse programs will take place at the Shinneman Center Planetarium, and all shows are supported by the Shinneman Endowed Fund. As of now, all shows are sold out for that day. However, you can still tune in to Oswego Now's live eclipse coverage on April 8th, live at 2:30 p.m. on YouTube.
For those who want to take photos of the solar eclipse on April 8th, SUNY Oswego Professor Peter Cardone has some tips for you to stay safe with the right equipment and planning. 1. Protect your eyes. Wear ISO certified protection when looking at the sun. 2. Use the right DSLR or mirrorless camera with the longest lens available, and a solar filter. 3. Set up and plan your eclipse shoot beforehand. For more information on the eclipse, visit oswego.edu/eclipse.
Well, I'll be sure to use some of those photography tricks come April 8th. But speaking of celestial phenomenons, we had chances of aurora borealis sightings last night.
Let's ask our chief meteorologist, Ever Bedron, if we can have some aurora sightings here in Oswego tonight. Evan?
The answer is yes and no. Right now we do have clear skies, calm conditions, but overnight we are expecting some increasing cloud cover. So if you want to get the chance to see it, you have to be pretty. I mean, it's not that likely that we're going to see the aurora. I mean, look at the picture. You can see we're on the very fringe of that green, but I mean, that means we have a very slight chance of seeing it. And with all that cloud cover, I don't think we're going to have a good chance of seeing it late tonight when it's the most visible. I'll more full my forecast about the cloud cover coming up after the break, but first, back to you guys at the desk.
Evan, thank you. One SUNY Oswego professor has had a strong year in terms of contributing to global entrepreneurship education. Surfraz Mia, distinguished professor of marketing and management, is a world-renowned expert who has seen a strong year with multiple keynote speeches, co-editorials, and scholarly articles under his name. He gave keynote speeches in the past year in Florida, Ottawa, Paris, Pakistan, and Sweden. He also co-authored 3 referred journal publications on the topics of entrepreneurship. Congrats, Professor, on your success.
A SUNY Oswego professor and students are researching how to maintain vaccines. The research is funded by a pair of NIH grants. Many vaccines need to be stored in sub-zero temperatures, which can be difficult for poor and middle-income countries. As well as rural parts of the U.S., this research aims to change the storage of temperature of some vaccines and provide more equitable access. Their work could also help with yellow fever and Zika, as well as potential future diseases.
Governor Kathy Hochul is encouraging motivated New Yorkers to apply to the Empire State Fellows Program. The program seeks, quote, exceptional and diverse talent from across New York State and across the country to serve in high-level government positions. Many graduates of the program move on to assume permanent and senior government roles. The incoming class will begin service on September 12th and will be paid $85,000 and will be given a benefits package.
Still ahead tonight, suspects appeared in court today over Friday's terrorist attacks in Russia, who Russian state media is blaming for the attack.
Plus, what the Buffalo Bills are telling you about the eclipse. We'll be right back.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that boy.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10
out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
Score going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
Welcome back to WTOP. I'm Storm Team 10 Chief Meteorologist Evan Biedron, and right now looking at our current conditions, 30 degrees feels like 24, so another very cold night, but the bright side, we have clear skies. So if you do want to see the aurora like I previously mentioned, now's probably your best chance because we are expecting some clouds to increase. Looking out west, you see Buffalo, they're already mainly cloudy, Bath, some partly cloudy skies, but those clouds are making their way over to our area, and this will be a pretty cloudy night, but early tomorrow morning, you may expect some breaks in the clouds, but first looking at tonight's forecast, cool and breezy, clear, 35 degrees, but a southeast wind of 60 miles per hour, so that wind along with those temperatures will make it feel even colder. Looking at our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, we are expecting some milder conditions through midweek, but throughout the rest of the week, those temperatures are going to be going down into the 40s and over the weekend staying in the 40s for Easter break or Easter vacation. And so looking at tomorrow's hour by hour forecast, partly sunny to start off your day, 37 degrees. By 3 p.m., 52 is going to be our high, mostly cloudy. And by the time we reach 9 p.m., that's when our showers are going to start with the arrival of that cold front moving into our area. So looking at our precipitation chances, tomorrow, a very, very slight chance. That's mainly late tomorrow night, but Wednesday morning into Wednesday afternoon, that's the best chances for us to see any sort of rain this week. And so looking at our mesoscale analysis, you can see that low pressure all the way off by Illinois and Wisconsin. Stormy weather to the south of that. There's that warm front that's going to bring us a lot of warmer weather. And Tuesday into Wednesday, that's when that cold front sweeps through our area, bringing a lot of stormy weather back into our area. And so looking at our 7-day forecast, Tuesday, 56, partly sunny. Wednesday, scattered showers ahead of that cold front, 59 degrees, so very mild still. But after that cold front, we see our temperature start going down. Thursday, 46 degrees, partly sunny. And as you head towards Easter break, Easter weekend, Friday 44, Saturday staying in the low 40s, mostly sunny. Easter day looking very beautiful, 44, seasonably cool, mostly sunny. And starting your week next week, staying in the mid 40s, partly sunny skies. That's all for my forecast. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Evan, thank you. 2 weeks ahead of the solar eclipse, Governor Hochul is reminding New Yorkers to stay safe. She suggested planning to leave early and stay late to avoid traffic when traveling. She also released a PSA featuring the Buffalo Bills, reminding viewers to wear glasses and sunscreen and plan for a variety of weather conditions. Hochul also created a task force across multiple state agencies who have been preparing since October of 2022.
Today, Russia charged 4 men in connection with the concert hall terrorist attack in Moscow that happened this past Friday. Nearly 140 people are reported dead from the attack, with an additional 100 injured. The 4 men appeared in court today looking battered and beaten. One of the suspects was brought in by a wheelchair and appeared to be missing an eye. The Islamic State section, ISIS-K, is claiming responsibility, releasing body cam video from the gunman. Russia's state media blames Ukraine for the attack, but Ukrainian President Zelensky rejects any affiliation with the incident.
Today, the UN Security Council has passed an immediate temporary ceasefire resolution in Gaza. The United States abstained from the vote while all other members voted in favor of it. This comes after the Security Council failed to pass a resolution put forth by the U.S. on Friday. This new resolution demands an immediate ceasefire, leading eventually to a permanent, sustainable ceasefire. It also demands, quote, the immediate and unconditional release of all hostages that bring all barriers are lifted to provide the humanitarian assistance needed in Gaza. Major developments are happening today in former President Donald Trump's legal battles in New York.
On the civil side, he caught a break in a nearly $500 million bond that was due, but he also was dealt a blow during a hearing for his criminal hush money trial. Julia Benbrook has the latest on Trump's legal woes.
Former President Donald Trump's personal, political, and legal worlds collided today with new developments in 2 of the cases that he's facing. He now has more time to pay a reduced bond in the New York civil fraud case, but a request to delay the criminal case involving hush money payments was denied. In a New York civil fraud trial, former President Donald Trump was given more time to post a massive bond while he appeals the ruling. The appeals court gave the former president 10 more days to come up with the money and cut the amount necessary to $175 million.
We have no guarantees of it, but it seems like it's a number that's reachable for him.
That decision gives Trump a major lifeline as he was facing a Monday deadline to secure a bond for the full $464 million judgment.
It will be my honor to post, and we'll post whatever is necessary, whether it be cash or security or bonds.
Meanwhile, in a separate criminal case, a judge dismissed the former president's motion to delay the trial further. Jury selection in Trump's first criminal trial is now expected to start April 15th. This trial is related to Trump's alleged efforts to falsify business documents related to hush money payments made to cover up an alleged affair with adult film star Stormy Daniels. Trump has pleaded not guilty and has denied the affair.
This is a witch hunt, it's a hoax.
This could potentially be the only one of the 4 criminal trials the former president is facing that would occur before the November election. In total, the former president faces 88 criminal charges across 4 indictments. Now, these developments take place as Trump is preparing for.
As Trump left today's hearing, he thanked the courts and said, quote, "Judge Eggnorn is a disgrace to this country." He followed that statement promising to post the new bond amount within days' time.
The Biden administration says several Chinese hackers targeted American companies on behalf of China's Ministry of State Security spy agency. Multiple federal agencies are cracking down on the hackers, with likely criminal charges, sanctions, and a multi-million-dollar reward for information on them. A similar crackdown on the same group is said to be underway in the UK.
When WTOP-10 Nightly News continues, Biden announces a $6 billion funding plan. Find out how it will be utilized.
And Medicaid funding might look different for New York soon when WTOP-10 Nightly News returns.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
In consumer news, the Biden administration is spending $6 billion coming from the Inflation Reduction Act and the bipartisan infrastructure law. The funding will help stop planet-warming pollution from heavy industries, including cement, steel, and aluminum. The funding will go to more than 30 factories around the U.S. who are taking different steps to help cut out 14 million metric tons of carbon dioxide annually. That would equate to about 3.3 million cars off the road in a year.
Thousands of people across New York State protested to oppose Kathy Hochul's proposal to cut $1 billion from Medicaid programs. This move could affect nursing homes, long-term care, and other essential medical services. The governor says there's a need to rein in Medicaid spending, but protesters say Medicaid funding levels are already low, which has caused hospitals and nursing homes to cut or reduce vital services. The High Court is set to hear oral arguments Tuesday on whether the FDA was outside its authority when it made it easier for women to obtain the abortion pill mifepristone. A group called the Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine sued the Food and Drug Administration in the case. Supporters of the abortion pill, including the American Medical Association, say the drug is extremely safe and the FDA approved the drug more than 20 years ago.
The SUNY Oswego Judo Club holds an opportunity for students to find more than just physical strength. Megan Gagno has the story. We're having a bit of technical difficulties, but sports are certainly helpful in clearing our mind and boosting mental health. We have our sports anchor, Lucas McGarry, is in the studio tonight.
Lucas, can you give us a quick preview of the major sporting events that are happening?
Thanks, guys. Coming up, the men's lacrosse team picks up their first win. 2 swimmers get all-conference honors, and tons of controversy following Dodgers player Shohei Ohtani. All that and more is coming up.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Lucas McGarry, here with your sports report. The Oswego men's lacrosse team hosted the SUNY Brockport Golden Eagles this afternoon for their first conference game of the season. The game was tied at half 3-3, courtesy of goals from Jason Dongulik, Corey O'Connor, and Connor Aspinall. The second half started hot, with Logan Prescott winning the faceoff and then just 6 seconds later scored the first goal of the second half. After that, it was all Lakers as they finished the rest of the game outscoring Brockport 5-2 to finish the game for the final score of 9-5. The men's team now moved to 4-3, and the Lakers will host the SUNY Potsdam Bears next Saturday. And some congratulations are in order as we move to the pool, as 2 members of the Oswego State Swim and Dive team, Zach Brown and Izzy Daig, make first and third conference. At SUNY X, Brown broke his own school record and also broke the meet record by .04 for the 100 breaststroke in his preliminary swim with a time of 55.53. In finals, he came back even faster for a first-place win with a 55.21. Isabel Daig, in her first ever SUNY X, medaled with a 4:47.65 in the 400 individual medley, which got her third. Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani made a strong statement today denying any involvement in a sports gambling scandal. He revealed that his former interpreter, Ippei Mizuhara, had stolen money to fuel a gambling addiction. The allegations came to light last week when Mizuhara was fired after Ohtani's lawyers accused him of massive theft of millions of dollars and placing bets with a bookmaker under federal investigation. This is just months after Ohtani signed a 10-year, $700 million deal with the Dodgers this offseason. And then lastly, we take it internationally with the men's soccer team facing off against the Mexican national team in the CONCACAF Nations League final this past Sunday. These teams have had a very competitive history as of late, and it showed in this one with 5 yellow cards being dished out between both teams. That wouldn't stop Team USA as they would shut out their opponents in a hard-fought 2-0 victory with goals scored by Tyler Adams and Giovanni Reyna. This marked their 3rd CONCACAF Nations League championship in a row and a huge momentum booster against a tough rival opponent. And it's March. We had the round of 32 matchup, San Diego State Aztecs and the Yale Bulldogs. That would be Ladee Johnson, usually a big man, shooting threes. He went 2 for 2, and it was just Ladee Johnson really all game, dominating the paint, dominating really everywhere in this game. That was all it was, a massive jam for Ladee Johnson too, and already 28-12. They were just always moving in. Another three. The San Diego State Aztecs went 13 for 27 from 3, just a dominant performance. And then Trammell with a 4-point play for them as well. Just a great game overall. And then the defense too, superb with the Ladee pass and the dunk. Just a dominant performance from the Aztecs. And as they win, they will now move to the Sweet 16. Well, they will travel to UConn and face their defending national champions, UConn Huskies, in a rematch from last year's national championship. This is their second straight Sweet 16 appearance for the Aztecs.
Well, thank you, Lucas, for that sports report. Stick around for an out-of-this-world story coming up after the break.
Put the keys down, Kevin. But I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving. I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
no.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Welcome back. Star Wars fans are celebrating the re-release of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace across the U.S., including right here in central New York.
However, even luckier fans have already got tickets for the 13 sold-out 23-hour Star Wars marathons that Marcus Theaters is putting on in the U.S. as well. Thoughts on if you could sit through a 23-hour marathon of Star Wars?
I like Star Wars. I don't think I could sit through a 23-hour marathon. I'm just putting that out there.
I definitely could.
You
I love
could?
Star Wars. It was my whole childhood.
Same with me. I love Star Wars. I watched it off my childhood. I could do 23 hours. I could do 24 hours or 240 hours.
If
as
there
long
were
as
breaks,
I have food.
yeah.
As long if I have food and
just get up during the credits,
yeah,
if anything, at
and
that
I
point.
will, I'm
That's fair.
totally fine if I just like can take breaks, but I need to like get up and walk around, maybe. But sitting for 24 hours, no. But I love Star Wars, so I could easily do it.
Absolutely. Well, let's do a final weather check before we sign off tonight, Evan.
Yeah, so I mean, the weather's finally turning nice. We're finally back in the 50s and 60s, but we do have more rain, and with the rain, temperatures are going to start going down again. So Easter weekend, even though it is going to be cold, it will be sunny and beautiful out.
For sure.
Awesome.
Thank you, Evan. And Lucas,
sports?
anything in sports going on this weekend?
Yeah, baseball. They're starting up SUNYAC play. They have a game on Wednesday against Hamilton First away, but then Friday they have their first SUNYAC game traveling to Oneonta, so good luck to them.
For sure. Now, that's all for our report for tonight.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Be sure to stay tuned for more.
Thank you for watching.
Have a great night, everyone. Happy birthday, Elton John.
Bye, Eddie.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like.
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one.
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
What's going on, everybody? We are back for season 5 of Perspective Entertainment. If you didn't know, I'm Paris, and this is my co-host, Arlette.
Hi, like he said, we are back for another season and our first show of the semester. And today we have a lot of guests, and we're coming with a banger.
We're going to start with our first guest today. We have Lisa, if you want to come in for us.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, how are you?
Talk your stuff.
Hi, guys. My name is Lisa. My business is Lisa's Kitchen. I sell plates every single Sunday right in Hart Hall. So, yeah, tune in.
Nice. Our next guest will be my boy, Antoine. Let's give it up for my boy, Antoine.
Hi, Ant.
Hey, yo, my name is Antoine. I'm the CEO of OK Kids, and before I used to sell plates like every Saturday, but now I cook in the dining hall every Wednesday or Monday or Friday, depending on schedule. And yeah.
Nice. Welcome, Antoine. Good to have you here. Our next guest will be Kaylee. Come on up.
Hi, Kaylee.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good.
Hi, I'm Kay's Creations. I usually cook every Wednesday night. Yeah.
Nice to be here. Happy to have you here. Our last but not least, last guest is Kamali. Bring it up.
Hey y'all, my name is Kamali. My business is Dolled Eats, and I try to sell plates at least every Friday or Saturday.
So, as you can see, we have 4 beautiful faces here joining us today. You may recognize some of these faces from around campus, or you might recognize them from when we bought their food. So right now we have 4 blessings with us, and we're gonna have y'all just talk a little bit more about your business and how y'all got into everything. Do you wanna start? Ant?
Yeah,
So I mean, I've been cooking like when I was a little kid with my parents, and being Nigerian and Jamaican, you're kind of forced to cook for a lot of mouths. And when I came to SUNY Oswego, I figured that, you know, like, I might as well start my business when I got off campus, since on campus was a little bit hard for me, I'll admit. And when I got off campus, I'm like, okay, everybody's tasting like, you know, these samples, rasta pasta, jerk chicken, rice and peas, and they said, you know, start a cooking business. I said, hell yeah. And for about 2 years now, I've been just starting it with like also my crew also has a lot of help too, and just doing like Nigerian, Jamaican food, all that good stuff, and it's been going great.
I love to hear that, man. Pass the mic down. Let's go down the line.
Yeah, I guess you could say my experience is a little similar. I'm Guatemalan, so I'm always used to having food in the kitchen or helping my mom or my grandparents in the kitchen. And so, yeah, when I came here, I was just casually cooking for my friends.
This video
And
is a banger. I didn't mean to
yeah,
cut you off.
thank you. Yeah, so I was just casually cooking for my friends, and I always got good feedback like, Lisa, your food is good. And I was like, you know what? Let's just make a business out of it. And plus, you know, there's not that many food options, especially up here. So it was just a great business, and it's also something that I love to do.
I love the merch too.
Thank
Yeah, the
you.
merch is tough.
Yeah, the merch.
You might have to zoom in on the hoodie or something.
Thank you.
'cause the hoodie is tough. All right, let's bring it down, man. Kamali, you're next. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll just go with Kamali. I didn't mean to say that.
All right. Actually started selling food my sophomore year of college in Hart Hall. And I did it once, and pretty much I got like 4 orders. I was so disappointed. And after I sold those 4 orders, I'm telling you, like, people came banging on my door asking for plates. And I made about like $200 that day, and I was like, yeah, like, you gotta do this. But it was the end of the semester, so it wasn't really much room to do it. And I'm like, all right, I'm a senior now. I've been scared to take this on for a minute. Let me just kind of make my last, you know, like leave my mark kind of thing.
Last but not least.
Hi, I've been cooking since I've been like 6 with my mom and my dad in the kitchen.
Put it a little bit closer to
I'm
your
sorry.
face.
And stuff. So it's like, for me, cooking is like really my passion, but I never took it seriously to like sell until today. Well, not today, well, until this year I got here, because my mom said that if I have a passion, to exploit it and use it to the best of my ability. So I just try to like express like all of my emotions or everything I'm feeling in my cooking, so that everybody else can like get it too. If that makes sense.
That does make sense to
Yes,
me.
it does.
Honestly, the videos that we've seen when you all were just talking just now, it looked amazing. So I can't wait to get to that point. But we're gonna have to wait just a little bit because we're about to go to break. So we'll see y'all soon.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
It's Al Roker.
When we come back.
Hey guys.
That's it? All right.
JK. Okay, anyways, so I wanted to ask you guys a few questions. You guys could popcorn around, but I wanted to ask you guys, where did you guys come up with your name? Like, I see Dolled Eats, I see K's Creations with like 3 S's. I see OKK Eats. If I'm saying it incorrectly, please correct me. And Lisa's Kitchen. Where did you guys
Who want to start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a little 2-second.
Got you. So, I mean, everybody always mentions my last name, OKK, and I feel like that's been something that's been since like high school. So, I don't know, when I figured doing a business, I thought something catchy like OKK Eats, and that just rang, and just everybody knew it automatically.
Yeah, I would say I didn't know if I wanted to have like my name in my, as far as my brand, but I was like, you know, like this is me. So Lisa's Kitchen, and my mom helped me come up with that as far as the logo, the name, everything. So yeah.
Pass it down.
As far as my name, usually my friends call me Kay, and I thought like the play Kay's Creations with a K would make sense, so I just put that because I like the play on it. So yeah.
My name kind of came from my other business, so I do hair and makeup on campus as well, and that business name is Dolled by Ashira. So I kind of wanted people to see my food name and kind of see my hair name and know like that's her, you know. So that's why I did that.
I like that. Honestly, I feel like, you know, because, you know, the whole plan of today was we're going to have, you know, a little food competition. So, you know, we can't have 4 cooks on a thing and not have our food here. So if you want to, you know, just bring out a little view of what's going to go on today. You know, we got basically a whole little buffet here. So, you know, as soon as this buffet gets down, coming out of this next, it's going to be a buffet.
A buffet.
It's going to be a buffet. We got some, you know, some beautiful guests with us back here. You can't see them right now, but they're going to be a big part of the show for this next part. And once we get started, once we come out of break, we will indeed have everything ready. So yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that boy.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
Look at this food, like.
I feel like it's a little Thanksgiving action going on.
What?
I feel like it's a little Thanksgiving.
What we got here? What is this?
Can we get the hand held up on the close for the little close up? Like,
wow, like
we gotta get it popping real fast. What's going on? Who wanna go first? Who wanna introduce their food first?
Yep.
Let's start down here.
You wanna go first? Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm really proud of my food. So, here we have honey cornbread, and then we have some Tuscan chicken. If you aren't familiar, it has like tomatoes, spinach, Alfredo sauce, and then we have some baked mac and cheese. Everybody's favorite.
Everybody's favorite. You know, this is a black program right here. That's everybody's favorite.
All right, so for the middle, we got the mashed potatoes with the in the red pot, and we got the fried chicken inside the black one, and we got collard greens in here.
Oh yeah, this is a black Thanksgiving for real. How your food looking? What we got here, man?
Well, it's underneath the cover, but I have sausage and pasta with fresh parsley and basil on the top, and I have stewed beef over there on the side with some bread on the side.
All right, should I open it?
Yeah, go ahead and open it, man. Give us a close up. I'm
like,
cool
let's
with
open
it.
this one too.
All right. Okay.
lot of rustling going on, but it is what it is.
So I have some yellow rice and beans, broccoli, baked macaroni and cheese, and barbecue chicken.
So what? Can I get a price check on these real fast? Like, how much would y'all usually charge people for these, you know, these meals?
For the chicken.
Wait.
For the chicken, mac and cheese with cornbread, I would say maybe like $16 for a full plate, and the plates are full, so I
don't
think
be rationing, do you?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Thank you.
I mean, normally I would add like rice on for that plate, but I would say like around 15 if, you know, out of everything. You know, we heavy-handed over here, so.
I ain't gonna lie, Antoine. I heard you be rationing sometimes. You know?
What?
I'm just saying, you know, people be asking like, yo, where the rest of my food at? But you know, we don't let that slide.
My prices usually vary because I know a lot of people who buy my food don't eat meat. So I have a varied price from $10, $15, and $21. Only because I usually cook a lot, like 2 proteins and 2 sides and a whole bunch of extra stuff. So I give people the opportunity to pick what they want on their plate.
Yeah, similar to Kaylee, my menu does vary as well, but for a plate like this, I'd probably charge 15, and it wouldn't be 2 pieces of chicken, it would probably be 5, just to, you know, get what you pay for, you know?
Yeah. Get what you pay for. I love it here. I love it here. Like, this is why I come to Oswego, man, for stuff like this. So basically, as I kind of hinted at before, we have our beautiful guests as our taste judges.
Say hi,
give it up.
Woo!
Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. So do you guys want to serve your own food, or is it like, because y'all gotta taste test everything, so what do y'all want to do? Oh yeah, do y'all want to serve it yourselves? That's cool with me. So who wants to go first? Let's start on this side, because we've been starting over here this whole time. So if you guys wanna come up.
Do we go first, or do they go first?
They can go first. You can go behind us, yeah, sure. Just don't step on it's a TV right here. So if you want to like give us a little rundown on what they're getting, of course.
All right. Okay, so it's barbecue chicken.
Oh, hold on, let me get the forks. I'm sorry. All right, keep going.
Barbecue chicken. You got some yellow rice and beans, and you have broccoli, and yeah, baked macaroni and cheese.
Do you have any allergens in here, just in case? 'Cause I know some people can't eat
no.
everything. No. Love to hear it. All right. If y'all wanna dig in, go ahead. Y'all need four. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Should we?
You guys like want a plate, like to put them in the plate? Give it to y'all. It's like each person gets. Yeah.
I got you. I'm sorry. I was rationing the forks. I don't gotta stand it. Y'all can go back after, you know, because we're gonna have a little conversation. You feel me? Forks. Got you.
Are you guys tasting it too?
Yeah, we are.
I'm not. I can't.
I'm gonna share.
All right, so y'all gonna share. So once y'all start digging in, you know, don't be shy. Like I said, start eating, please, if y'all would.
Do you guys want plates?
Because we're gonna need you guys' reviews, so y'all gotta start eating kind of like right away. Cause this, dig in, like, go ahead and dig in. Yeah, man. So if you wanna, you know, just talk about like what's your favorite dish that you ever cooked before?
I love jerk barbecue chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you get like that spicy, but you also get that sweet. It's just really good. And like lately, I just learned how to make candy yams. So I really love candy yams and macaroni together. Like that slaps, y'all.
I'm not gonna lie, you onto something with that, cause you know when they be touching during Thanksgiving, they can't lie. I ain't gonna have y'all, you know, kill the whole plate, because we do have, you know, a few other contestants here. But I'm gonna give y'all a cool second. I'm gonna ask for y'all opinions one by one, if y'all don't mind. So whenever y'all done ready, you can just pass down the mic. Tell me what's your favorite part of the food, man.
All of it. Like the rice, I like it because it's really seasoned nicely. Even the broccoli, like, you know, I thought it would be like, I don't know, like usually broccoli, like it's like steamed, so it's not really seasoned much, but it's good. And the mac and cheese and the chicken too.
Thank you for that.
I didn't get to eat the chicken yet, but the rice slap. I would say like the broccoli, as you said, like, you know, like steamed vegetables, like you would expect it to be like a little soggy or something, but like it actually tastes really good. Like it's seasoned, it's good. I said the mac and cheese tastes really good too. I just got the chicken.
I think everything was well seasoned, like everyone said. The broccoli, the rice, the chicken, the mac and cheese. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Ooh, I like that. I like the rating. I was gonna ask for the ratings later, but she got it. She here.
I only tried the rice and the broccoli. The rice is good. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The rice is good.
I tried the mac and cheese, the rice, and the chicken, and I think the chicken. Yeah, the chicken is good. I like the chicken. You did good with the chicken.
I like the rice. I tried the other stuff too, like the broccoli. I like broccoli too, and it was good.
You're making me hungry.
I'm a little jealous that I can't, dig in because I got, some stuff after. But how do you think you did? Do you think this is like,
I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm very honest, right? Y'all, I gotta break it to y'all, right? I made this food last night, right? And I didn't have any time today to like heat it up because you see like the foil is in it. So I put it in the oven. Might have put it in the oven for a little too long, but
it's okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. The rice might
Kamali
be
is so funny. Yeah, Kamali is so funny. The first thing she said when she first saw me was, Arla, I think I burned the food. Girl, everybody's telling me that shit. That is good. Sorry. Bleep, 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 bleep.
All right, who's next, man? Who wants to serve their food? Oh, I did say we're gonna start down here, so let's get it popping. If y'all mind, what do you want to do with the plates? Do you want them to?
Paris, you don't want to try these stuff, rice? I want to try the rice.
If y'all wanna, yeah, we can put it back on the thing if y'all will. All right, so you can explain your dish again.
Hold your plate.
I got it.
Okay, so I made sausage and pasta. One of the pans has turkey sausage. I know some people don't eat pork. And then I made beef. And then I made some bread on the side, so you guys can help yourselves.
Let's get these plates going, bro, because we gotta keep the good vibe.
You guys can start serving your food, so when it goes around.
All right, let's plate. Is there any allergens in here either?
Parents, let them serve it so they could like pass it to the back because they can't lean into the table.
Do we have the serving spoon? Anything?
Nope.
They're like,
am I blind?
They're in the Walmart bag.
Oh, they're in the Walmart bag. Can we get appreciate you, my boy.
I feel like this is like a whole like family Thanksgiving. Everybody saying hi to the camera.
Thank you. I got you.
Right. She's in it, everything.
So once we get this, served up, we gonna get some more reviews going. You feel me?
Scooped it right up. She never played.
Oh yeah.
She gets down. She never played.
Y'all eating good today. I'll touch it. I'll pass it out. I'll start down here. Oh, did you want
the beef?
Yeah. Let me take that back real fast. We had Thanksgiving, man. We're gonna keep it nice and simple.
Ooh, I like the cornbread. How it's like
so lucky that I can't eat right now.
You can. You could at least take a little bite.
A little bite. I'm gonna want more. I'm gonna want more.
This food is really good. Like, I'm so hungry, y'all. She's better. The food is good. The food. Nah. Yeah, I wish I was here. The flavors are melting on my tongue. You see them? I want to be just like them. Yeah, hungry, huh? Yeah, wait. Yeah, play.
I know. I was gatekeeping. It was here. I'm sorry. Oop, I just had the mic on my lap. I know that was some feedback. I know y'all hungry.
Guys, I want to thank y'all for coming and like doing this with us. Like,
I appreciate y'all for coming out, man. This is what it's all about, man. W first show.
Who's gonna rap?
Antoine.
What? Hey, I know you can say something. Ready, go.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom. What? Boom, boom, boom. PG-13 though.
Who's next?
Anybody knows how to like rap?
Do y'all want to eat some too? Like we can
like.
I kind of stole.
I have my food right here. Paris can't eat, but I can, so I'm gonna tell you.
Oh yeah, let's.
This is yours, okay? Okay.
So y'all took a few bites already. How actually, let me ask you first. What's your favorite thing that you've ever cooked?
My favorite thing that I've ever cooked is probably roti and salmon, because I feel like that's something I'm really good at. And my grandmother, she really took the time to, like, you know, in the kitchen, sit your ass down and learn. So,
What?
yeah. Oh, my
Ooh,
bad.
bleep,
I'm
bleep,
sorry.
bleep, bleep, bleep.
Sit your butt down and learn everything. Yeah, that was it. Sorry.
I feel like this happens every show. It is what it is. So we're gonna get some reviews
How is
now.
this, Cece?
Actually, let's start on this
Let me
side. You talked first last time. How y'all feeling about the food?
Okay. It's good. It's definitely good. I like the sausage and the pasta. Really, really, really good. This one over here, really, really like.
She was too stunned to speak.
I want to say something.
No, I'm kidding. But the sausage and the pasta is really, really good.
Paris,
I agree.
you gotta take a bite. This is not gonna harm you.
Like they said, this is really good. The pasta's like well seasoned. The beef's good too. Yeah.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I would say I really love the pasta and the sausage. Like 10 out of 10 for that for real.
Yeah, I like both of them. I really do like the pasta. I feel like both of them together, it just comes all together. So like I really like it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No.
Hey. All right, so I see y'all did a little
Yeah, they're already set up.
pre-ordering. You feel me? I love the way y'all think. I love it.
Lisa.
I think she
no.
wants. I think
How you say Lisa in French? Lisa.
That's not how you say Lisa in French.
Lisa.
All right, so
This
if
cornbread?
you guys want to,
Ooh, I want to try that bread.
we forgot the bread.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
So they're telling us we have 5 minutes, y'all. So we gotta.
We gotta. So if y'all want to start serving y'all food, and Lisa, can you talk about what's on your plate again?
Yes. So I have. Yeah, y'all can pass that down. I'll make y'all another one. But I have Tuscan chicken, which is with tomatoes, Alfredo sauce, and spinach. And then I have baked macaroni and cheese with honey cornbread. Yeah. The mac and cheese is like a fan favorite. That's just the number one. Everybody's always asking me, when are you making the mac and cheese? So I made it today. Tuscan chicken is my personal favorite. And a lot of people tend to judge it because me personally, I don't even like tomatoes or spinach. But when you put all the ingredients together, perfect.
Lisa, can I give you a hug right now? This chicken is so good. Like
That's real emotion.
Yes.
You don't find that anywhere else.
Thank you.
Y'all don't got a plate? Y'all gatekeeping the plates?
Don't worry. They always eat, so I'm gonna make them a plate right now.
My fault.
What?
Thank you.
Oh, this Antoine eats?
Hey,
right
hold
here?
on, Aunt.
Are these
I gotta
Antoine
try
eats?
that.
What? Where's the mic at?
Well, the mic is right here.
Okay.
Oh, so
Can I get some mashed potatoes?
Can we get a review real fast on Lisa's food? Because it seemed like y'all was talking a little bit a lot. I heard y'all behind me. Like,
Okay, so we was just trying to figure out how to cut it because you know it's a little hard with the with
Oh,
the
you
fork,
guys need
but
a knife?
No, we didn't want to like dig into it like that on the camera.
y'all
So.
embarrassed?
But it's really good. So thank you. It's really good. It's really good.
Let's try. Hey, is everybody past their plate?
Yeah, I would say
That's fine.
I never had Tuscan chicken. It tastes really, really good.
Yes.
I didn't get to taste the cornbread. I swear.
The
But
cornbread tastes good.
Yup, it's amazing, y'all. It's glazed up too.
but the mac and cheese tastes really, really good too.
I forgot about them.
Thank you.
We about to start up with Antoine's food real fast, so save some space, y'all. Save some space.
Yes, y'all.
Antoine, do you want to dig in a little bit to what your plate is?
Ooh, 30 seconds. Oh, no.
Nah, keep going.
So my plate is just something simple, just collard greens, mashed potatoes, and fried chicken. Kind of like a little Thanksgiving vibe. I mean, it's already Thanksgiving on the table, so.
These mashed potatoes busted.
So that's really it.
Wait, hear me out, y'all. Listen, right? The mashed potatoes with this. Wait, what was the name? Chicken? Yes. What?
Make another plate.
Sauced up.
Can I get a chicken? Can I get a plate?
I'm sorry.
It's okay, and
Forget the camera.
It's okay.
Kamali. Guys, I'm gonna look. What? I would be so happy.
Man. This is a great Thanksgiving dinner. Like, this is great.
No, that chicken is really, really good.
This is great. Everybody looks happy.
I am happy. I'm the
hungry,
happiest person.
Yeah, you know.
Yo, can somebody shake hips? Yeah, I know how to shake hips. I know you know how to shake hips, Gina. No, nobody.
Yeah, we can't shake. We gonna
Yeah, I
get a
can.
cramp.
Well, I'm hungry. This food is good. Like good. Like I advise you to go and get your plates from OKK Eats, Lisa's Kitchen, Dodd Eats, right? And Case Creations. Go
So
cop your
now-
food right now.
We are running
Advertisement.
out of time, sadly, very sadly. So I just want to get everybody's final reaction on the food, just a number for overall the show experience out of 10.
I'll give it a 10 out of 10, you know. Who don't love free food? And yeah.
Y'all remember in like middle school when there would be like BMS, like broke my scale? I would say that out of 10.
BMS?
The food was good, the vibes were good. Yeah, it was good.
Thank you.
I rated a 10, and I would like to go home with a plate from everybody. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sadly, we cannot get the rest of everybody. I'ma just believe, because you know I've been hearing y'all. 10 out of 10. So we appreciate everybody for coming out.
Thank you for watching today's show of Perspective Entertainment.
Hey, how are you? You want to chat? Well, you're in luck. The Mick and Nick show is about to start. Oh, Nick! The Mick and Nick show is starting.
Oh, wait, let's go then.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Mick and Nick Show. It's great to have you join us. Nick, what are we going to talk about today?
Today we're going to be talking about our spring break trips, then we talk about how we deal with burnout, and we end with a fun little game of guess what song.
Last week, I took a trip across the Atlantic Ocean to Italy. Let's take a look.
It's your girl, Michelle. Recently I went to Italy. I wanted to take you guys along with me. Come on. My first thought when landing in Rome was that it was much warmer than Oswego. After a short exploration of the hotel, I found a wonderful rooftop lounge and had a minute to bask in the sunlight. We then went to St. Peter's Basilica, where I got to revel in one of my favorite sculptures, La Pieta. The next day, we toured the Vatican Museum. My admiration for the artists who contributed to the art here can never be said enough. I'm glad I was able to be in the presence of the creation of Adam and the School of Athens. That night, we went to our first concert, and I'm not gonna lie, I cried when I heard the orchestra play. It has been a dream of mine to listen to an orchestra dressed up in fancy clothes at a fancy venue. This was when I realized that, wow, I'm actually in Italy. The next day, we went to the Roman Forum and the Pantheon. and let me just say, it felt like I was thrown back in time. I could see the Romans walking around, blissfully unaware that they were making history. On our last day in Rome, we went to the Galleria Borghese and the Colosseum. At the Colosseum, I could just hear the Roman crowds go wild. Our next stop was Florence. We took the train and got to see the countryside of Italy. When we arrived at our hotel, all of us were in awe at how beautiful it was. On our walk to the art gallery, we got to admire the Renaissance architecture. I thought it was interesting to see the less ornate details of the buildings. The art gallery we went to in Florence is called the Uffizi. This gallery was massive, and I wish I had time to look at everything. One of my favorite paintings is The Birth of Venus. I hope one day I can go back to each of these galleries and spend an entire day there learning about the art. After the Uffizi, we had some time to sightsee on our own. I was able to shop around and admire the sunset. On our walk back to the hotel, we ran into a street performer. He reminded me of the performers in New York City. We ended our night with a concert showcasing Beethoven, Mendelssohn, and Brahms. The pianist was amazing, with his fast fingers and technique. I thought the conductor was also amazing, and that her movements reflected the sound of the piece. Before going to bed, I was able to have a quiet moment on the balcony. Our last stop on our trip was the State Water, Venice. A beautiful city with many bridges and no ramps. You see this video? In this video, you see excitement and wonder, hope. This next one right here, you don't see anyone in it. That's because by the time we arrived at the hotel, we were exhausted from walking around Venice with our luggage. Because the Vaporetto were so packed, we couldn't fit. So we walked and crossed 11 staircase bridges with our luggage. It was a pretty walk, though. That night, we had our last concert. It was my favorite out of the three. They were playing Mozart, and I was captivated the whole time. I found it interesting that there were natural trumpets and valveless horns. I also found it thoroughly impressive that they went through an entire concert without a conductor. Instead, they followed the concertmaster. The next day, we visited our last gallery. Gallery dell'Accademia. I thought that the paintings were so lifelike I could jump into the canvas. This painting here tells an entire story from one end to the other, titled Scourge of the Serpents. Our last visit was to St. Mark's Basilica. Everything shone gold, and I had the honor of watching the 24-hour clock strike noon. Overall, this trip was eye-opening and life-changing. I got to spend it with wonderful people. I learned so much on this trip, and yes, we were able to ride the Vaporetta.
Wow, that was really interesting, Michelle. So, this week on WTOP, K-pop group Twice has been a force to reckon with in the month of March. Twice has recently made a comeback with their 12th EP, Ready to Be, with a title track called Set Me Free. The album features 5 new songs and English versions of Set Me Free and their English single Moonlight Sunrise. This comeback follows Twice's appearance at the Billboard Award where they won the Woman in Music Breakthrough Award. Yesterday, fans of Twice were patiently waiting to get their tickets for the North American leg of the Ready to Be tour. If you were one of those unlucky fans who didn't get a ticket, don't worry, because it was announced today that 3 more show dates have been added. These additional locations will be Oakland, Houston, and Chicago.
In other news, a Florida animal shelter will hold an adoption event for their longest staying resident. He is a mixed breed dog who happens to also be named Nicholas. This playful pup is a 3-year-old mixed breed pup. He gets along great with people, but not other dogs. He has unfortunately been impounded by the Orange County Animal Services for 94 days. A probable reason of why he has not been adopted is because mixed breeds are not as desirable as purebreds. To encourage people to adopt Nick, Orange County Animal Shelter is holding a Pick Nick event in where the energetic canine will be uncaged and free to roam the yard. After this Saturday, Nick will hopefully be able to find his forever home.
Coming up, we'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
Awesome.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Yeah.
Roll it. Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Today, we are joined today by Molly DeMarco and Megan Donnelly. Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about yourself, such as your majors and interests?
Okay. Hi, my name is Molly DeMarco. I am a music major and a history minor. I am president of Vocal Effect. It's a student-run show choir on campus.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Megan Donnelly. I'm a psychology and music double major with a minor in expressive arts therapy. I'm president of Bubitus Psi and the Harry Potter Club on campus, and I'm also treasurer of State Singers.
It's great to have you guys on here with us. Let's get right on to the disclaimers. Heavy topics such as trauma and deep emotions will be discussed in this segment of the show. Some topics may be easily triggering and may be hard to listen to. The answers to the question of the day pertain to our experiences only. Please listen to our experiences with an open mind and leave your judgments behind. This is a safe space.
We find it very important to delve into these topics because we want to spread awareness about the importance of healing and mental health. We are not licensed therapists, nor studying to be ones. Therefore, if you feel called to ask for professional help, please visit the Mary Walker Health Center on campus to speak with a counselor. You are never alone. So the question of today is, how do you deal with burnout?
And to answer that question, we're going to be painting on mini canvases with acrylic paints and some water and paintbrushes. So join along if you want. Yeah. How do you guys deal with burnout?
I deal with burnout by recognizing my emotions. Like every day I have this app where I, think about how I'm feeling, and if I'm not feeling that great, I let myself feel it. I have a cry, I have the emotional experience, and validating myself allows me to, feel it and move on and get to what I have to do.
Validation is a huge part. I kind of struggle with it, you know, just recognizing certain emotions, but like, you know, going through it and letting myself feel those emotions, you know. I feel like our generation has been accidentally taught that to hide our emotions, to push them down, to keep working through it. So like it was kind of a battle to like unlearn that. And like for burnout, I mean, I still go through it. I was telling you guys earlier, I am going through it right now. Ever since like last month, it's just, I felt like I've been going. Then we went to Italy. Then we came back to school. And I'm like, okay. So like to help out, I just, you know, talk it out and like do art therapy, music therapy. And yeah, and just like feel it out, kind of ride the wave, you know. Yeah.
Megan and I, we were talking about this earlier. One thing that we do is reward ourselves. I reward myself by buying myself a plant because I love plants, but it's also because if my day is going I'm giving a plant life and I'm giving a plant meaning if I feel that I am not giving anyone meaning at the moment. So it helps me like put some positivity into the world if I am feeling a little negative. So I like that a lot.
Nick, how about you?
For me, I usually, you know, I like playing video games, so usually being surrounded by friends playing games, that's nice for me, a way for me to kind of relax, deal with that burnout, because as I said before, I'm a meteorology major, STEM, you know, it gets hard sometimes, and so being able to have that nice little, you know, network of people that you can talk to, trust, and just have fun with is a nice little balance that I can have.
Yeah, and one thing I have to pay attention to is like it's good to feel out your feelings, take some time for yourself, but also to make sure that you don't let those emotions overcome you to where you like don't do anything, if that makes sense. Like you could slip into a depression or and like just not want to leave your room for how many days. It's just sometimes it's so easy to succumb to that.
No, I totally agree. Like for me, it's, you know, sometimes, you know, especially since we're in dorms, you know, that bed's right next to you, so it's tempting, but, you know, just ride that wave, you know.
Yeah, a lot of that has to do with learning how to say no to things, learning what things have to take up your time, and learning when you need to take a step back and be like, genuinely, I can't do this, and I need help from somebody else to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Especially student orgs, classes. Yeah. It's a lot of responsibility on top of just like social situations and family. Like you have a lot of priorities and you're not replaceable in your family, but you're replaceable in certain orgs, you know?
Oh, that was a great way of putting it.
Yeah, and like you as a person, not replaceable in any means,
Oh,
but in
yeah.
terms of like position, I always think to myself, like if I can't do it right now, that's okay, because someone will be able to help me out, you know, asking for help, which is sometimes I don't want to do, and like it's also another thing I'm working on. But like in terms of what you were saying on adding too much on our plate, I feel like a lot of us also do that.
I mean, we're all in music groups, so we definitely, we have other stuff outside. We all take voice lessons or piano lessons, and you know, we got to balance out all these different things. And that's also the nice thing about it, though, is we're in these groups where, you know, we're all sharing the same thing. Like, I'm state singers with Molly and Megan. We're all working towards a common goal, and that helps me keep motivated a bit, you know, especially seeing the progress over, like, the semester.
For me, when I think about how stressed sometimes my music major makes me, it can actually, music itself can make me feel better. So when we do sing in vocal effect, and it's a good time for those few hours of rehearsals. I forget about all the work I have to do and all of the because sometimes I don't want to be tested on music.
You know.
And for vocal effect, we're not testing.
And it feels rewarding in a sense, because, you know, we're the ones that, me and Molly, we're both DCs. We teach some music, and, you know, it feels rewarding to kind of go in there and like see that our efforts are being recognized and that everyone's having fun.
Yeah, especially last year. I always talk about it. We did "You Will Be Found," Dear Evan Hansen, and everyone, even if they didn't love the song, everyone it was so powerful.
I remember that was my first semester in the group. That's definitely one of my favorite songs we've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Music definitely helps, like, give you an outlet, you know. And I don't usually like sing, but I'll listen to like sad music if I need to. It's like it's so cathartic. I think that's the word. And like it helps you feel seen in your emotions. Like someone else has experienced this as well, and you're not alone. And like it sometimes like the world is so big, you feel so alone. If that makes sense. Yeah. And like I forget who mentioned it. In our Italy class, someone. I remember. Someone said that it made her feel really small, right? All the places we went to.
Oh, they were huge though.
Yeah,
the stores.
Oh yeah,
big doors.
And even though like the places in Italy were very narrow, it was the Pantheon was huge, and it just reminded me how small we can be, and how insignificant our actions can be, and like that could be twisted into a negative way, but in a positive way. It just shows, like, you know, that a bit embarrassing moment that you keep thinking about 2 weeks ago doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's a very good strategy for moving on from mistakes. Like, the mistakes you make, they make you a better person. You don't have to dwell on them. I remember on the plane, on the way there, and I get like this every time I go on planes, and I just think, wow, the world is so huge. And I think of it as, if I make a difference, even in SUNY Oswego, you know, like that we're part of like the whole world. I just feel so helpful, and I really appreciate what I can bring and what I can put out to the universe.
Yeah, you can be significant to someone.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the world, and I'm in it.
Oh, that was great. So we're out of time for Real Talk, unfortunately. So let's go on to our song of the week.
So first off, my song of the week, it's by NMIX. It's called Love Me Like This. The song just came out. I love it so much. The album itself is so good.
Yeah. My song of the week is called... I forgot to write in the script. My song of the week is Like a Movie by Labyrinth.
My song of the week is called Building a Ladder by Hiatus Coyote. I'm gonna hope that I said that right. I'm working on it right now. And my song of the week is The Tango of Roxanne from the Moulin Rouge movie, specifically the Ewan McGregor version.
Nice. All right, so coming up, we're gonna guess that song.
Let's go.
I have.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the Earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to the Mick and Nick Show. After those hard topics, let's wind down with some fun games. Today we are playing Guess That Song.
Yes.
Michelle, how do we play this game?
So to play this game, it will be me and Molly versus you and Megan. We will take turns showing the other team a song lyric we picked out, and you guys will just have to guess a song. The theme is Disney songs. And we will do 5 rounds of this, or whenever we would have to end. And the winner gets bragging rights. So, yeah.
Serious. Well, I'll start off with mine first. So, for me, the lyrics are, when the wind's from the east and the sun's from the west and the sand in the glass is right, come on down, stop on by.
Oh, wait, I know this one. Oh, wow. Is it? Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
It's not from Belle, is it?
No, it's not.
Or, I mean, Reed.
I'll give you...
Come on and stop on by.
Stop on by. Stop on by where? To the Disney movie.
It's a Disney movie.
I'll give you guys 5 more seconds.
Can we get a hint?
Yeah. Do you want the movie name?
Sure.
Aladdin.
Oh, that makes sense. Arabian Nights.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't love Aladdin. I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right. What's the next song? Alrighty. Let's get down to
Mulan.
business. Sorry. Let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns, did they send me daughters when I asked for sons?
I'm so sorry. I jumped the gun
Mulan,
there.
What's the song?
It's
I'll make a man.
I'll make a man out of
We
you.
did that back in
I
high
started
school.
off easy, so you're good.
That was
Thank
too
you.
easy. Can't give him the win.
Okay, so next one is, it will pop up. There it is. Again, you're gone, off on a different path than mine. I'm left behind, wondering if I should follow you, had to go, and of course it's always fine. I probably could catch up with you tomorrow.
Now I know you're marching north because I am lost in the woods.
Yep.
That was so bad.
It's
Sorry.
from Into the Woods.
Frozen 2.
Oh, Frozen 2.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at these.
Jonathan
What was the song name?
It's In the Woods.
Oh, Lost in
Yes.
the Woods. Gotcha.
Sorry.
Next one.
Next song, we have. And at last I see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted, and at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new.
Tangled.
Mhm.
At last I see the light.
Yes, yes.
Next
See the
up,
light
we
from
have, where does it say you gotta live and die here? Where does it say a guy can't catch a break? Why should you only take what you've been given? Why should you spend your whole life living trapped where there ain't no future?
Is that
It's from a musical.
a musical?
A musical, Disney musical.
It's not High School Musical?
No.
Oh. It's like an actual musical, like
Yes.
a Broadway musical.
It has,
Jeremy Jordan.
Yes, Jeremy Jordan. Lead.
Oh, wait.
And
Jeremy Jordan.
Jeremy Jordan.
Catherine
He wasn't in
something.
Into the Woods. He was in Newsies.
You have Newsies?
That is from Newsies?
Yeah, what song from Newsies?
Oh, is it like Now's the Time to Seize It?
No.
I'm so sorry to every musical person out there ever. I promise.
is.
I did the musical.
I did not.
Or like I watched it at least.
It's a place.
Yeah.
Duh. No.
I guess
Not
that's
Santa
really
Fe.
nice high.
Yeah.
Yeah, a nice high note.
You can
Santa Fe. Okay.
I'm losing my voice, so
Yes.
that was
You did well. Okay, what's the next song? Okay, yeah. Is there? Yep. Well, it goes to St. Louis, down to Missouri. Oklahoma City looks oh so pretty.
Is this Princess and the Frog?
Is it from? No.
I don't think so. Wait.
Wait, what movie is it from?
You were right on the movie.
I was
it is
right.
Princess and the Frog.
Is that the opening?
Is it Almost There?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Yes. They're winning. Yeah, I did it
It's
too
okay.
easy.
It's okay.
What's the next one? Okay, I gotta say what's on my mind. Something about us doesn't seem right these days. Life keeps getting in the way. Whenever we try, somehow the plan is always rearranged.
I got to move on and be who I am. Why do you have to go? I gotta go my own way.
Yeah, High School
What's that
Musical.
from? What's the name of it? I gotta go my own way.
Yeah, you literally said
Vanessa
High
Hudgens.
School Musical 2.
Nice.
Ugh.
But what about us?
Yeah. What about trust?
And I think we have one more, right?
No, you have one more each.
Yeah,
so
I
you're
have one more.
next.
For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night we are apart.
Remember Me from Coco.
Yes.
Made me sob.
Oh,
Absolutely
I love
sob.
that movie. Watched it like 3 times.
Yeah.
We have one more, right?
I think we have 2 more actually.
I think
I have
one
one
each.
more.
Yeah, we do. So
Yes.
mine is, I believe we all have a soulmate, the chance for a perfect duet. I believe in hopeless devotion. I just haven't found it yet. But in my mind, I see the chick who is meant for me. She'll be someone who is lovely, someone wonderful and true.
Molly's ready.
The kind of boy that makes you smile even when you're feeling blue. Meant to be from Teen Beach Movie.
Nice.
The movie.
Love the
Oh,
song.
I know she's out there.
Didn't they make a? Did they make a second one?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Oh,
No.
oh, sorry. You know.
Yeah. Kind of like Bruno, you know.
What's the last one, Michelle?
Alrighty. Next song. This old town can slow you down, people taking the easy way, but I know exactly where I'm going. I'm getting closer and closer every day.
'Cause I'm almost there. Yeah.
Yes.
From Princess and the Frog.
Yes.
Way too easy ones.
I feel like, did we repeat one?
I think we might have.
Well, no, because
No.
the last song was
The Oklahoma City one.
Yeah,
Was
but
it-
wasn't the Oklahoma
No,
City
yeah,
one
the-
from the opening song of Princess and the Frog?
I don't
No, wait. Can you guys bring up that graphic again? The
I
one
know
after
that.
the Oklahoma City one. I think it was.
Oh, yeah, what was
I
the
think
song?
it
don't
was
think
not
it's Down in
almost
New
there.
Orleans.
It was the other one.
So then
Really?
we're-
Down in New Orleans?
No, it was
Route
Route 66
66
for
for
cars.
cars.
I was like, you didn't know. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I gave you guys a hint for the future, so yes.
It's okay.
I know the backing score from Cars. Not.
Do we
Other
technically
than
get the
Life is a
point since you
Highway.
told us we were right?
Yeah, you know, so basically.
That's fine. You guys are still winning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
It's okay.
I guess that's all for
Yep.
that. We're the winners.
Bragging
Megan?
rights.
Bragging
Yeah,
rights. Let's
bragging
go.
rights. It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We went to Italy.
Yeah, we did. What'd you guys do over spring break?
I went to NESC, but that was
Love
a fun
it.
time.
I stayed here in Oswego, I did homework, and I slept, and I ate a quesadilla.
Love it.
Yes.
Well, that's all we have for today, folks.
If you need any help, feel free to call the number for counseling services at Mary Walker.
And tune in next time to the Mick and Nick Show.
Welcome to episode 4 of Stick to Sports. I'm Brian Burrows.
And I'm Ben Diamond. Today we take a look at all things MLB.
Roll it! Core to win the American League regular season title, but could not reach the World Series. The Texas Rangers beat them in the ALDS and went on to win the World Series. This season, the Astros, the team that lost in the ALCS, are the betting favorites headed into the season to win the American League, with the retooled Bronx Bombers second favorite and the Orioles third, with the reigning champs in fourth. Ben, which squad do you think will represent the AL in the World Series?
I mean, you just mentioned them. The Texas Rangers, the reigning World Series champions, and they got better because the year before in 2022, they were not good. And they got one of those high draft picks. You see right here, Wyatt Langford, one of the top players on the team. He's looked fantastic. I mean, just the way he's hit in spring training, the way he hit last season as well. I mean, he just really bolsters this Rangers lineup. And then, of course, you have Corey Seager and Marcus Semien to round out, that top of the lineup. And then their pitchers, although they have some injuries, they still have Scherzer, they still have DeGrom. Both are hurt to start the season, but Eovaldi, John Gray, Dane Dunning, a young starting pitcher that showed a lot of promise last year. This team is full of a lot of good players. I mean, that lineup really is going to give a lot of pitchers trouble. And I mean, the pitchers do just enough to, keep them afloat.
I'm going with the Orioles. I think this young core is going to take a bigger step into their own. Adley and Gunnar going to lead this team. They have a couple more players coming up, like Colton Cowser. And then you add to this the pitching core, which was good last year, got an ace. They got a Cy Young caliber player in Corbin Burns and a deal from the Brewers, and he could very easily lead this team at the top of this rotation. And now you move all those people, the 1, the 2, John Means, they move them all down. Craig Kimball's coming to be the closer, who is a very experienced guy. This team could go very far. 100 wins last year, could be even better this year.
The Atlanta Braves are coming off a 104-win season that saw them get bounced from the playoffs by the Phillies in the NLDS. With the addition of Chris Sale to the rotation and Ronald Acuna Jr. being a bona fide MVP candidate, this Braves team has high hopes they can surpass their NLDS finish. Do you think this Braves team has what it takes to make a push for the World Series with the roster they have heading into this season, Ryan?
I'm actually going to go with the Chicago Cubs in the NL. I think this team, they did what they needed to do this offseason. They brought back Bellinger to go around this core that they have of Swanson and Horner. Christopher Morel is kind of coming into his own. He's looked really good at a third base. He played well in the outfield last year, so he's kind of a utility player. They bring in Shota Imanaga. And then I think the biggest thing is bringing over Craig Counsell, a very experienced manager who led the division rival Brewers to multiple NL Central titles. And I think he's just going to be able to lead this team from a managerial perspective. Sometimes the manager makes a difference. I think in this case, he very much could. This Cubs team has some young players. They have some veterans. It's a perfect mix, and it's the kind of the recipe you look for when you're going into the playoffs and looking at World Series. It's a mix of kind of outside and inside players, veterans and young core. It's the perfect mix for a World Series run.
Yeah, well, I think that this Braves team, they didn't have to do much, but they did just enough. I mean, you have the core of Ronald Acuna Jr., Austin Riley, and Ozzie Albies in the lineup, and then Spencer Strider, Max Fried, Chris Sale that they just added. If he can stay healthy, that 1-2-3 punch can be one of, if not the best trio of pitchers in the MLB, and they had the best offense in the league during the regular season. It faded away in the playoffs, and that was their big issue. Consistency is a must this season for the Braves.
Well, everybody knows about the favorites to win the World Series this year, but which teams are flying under the radar? Last season's NL representatives, the Diamondbacks, are plus 4,000 to win the World Series. A team with a lot of big signings are the Giants, currently at plus 4,500. Ben, which team are your dark horse candidate to win the World Series?
I'm going to go with the Cleveland Guardians, and they're not the flashiest team. I mean, we know they have Jose Ramirez, who's always one of the top players in the MVP conversation year in and year out. But I mean, you have guys like Andres Jimenez, Steven Kwan. They don't hit really hard, but they get that nice contact, spray it all over the field. And then you also have guys like Shane Bieber in the starting rotation, Tristan McKenzie, Emmanuel Clase closing down games. And, you know, they have a lot of youth in that rotation. Tanner Bybee, I just mentioned Tristan McKenzie. And then, of course, that veteran presence as with Shane Bieber and Carlos Carrasco. A lot of help to these guys. And, you know, they don't do it like other teams do it, but if they can tick up those power numbers this season and really, you know, generate more offense, this team could go a little bit further in the playoffs than they have in recent years.
For me, it's the Cincinnati Reds, the other Ohio team. I think in this case, you're betting on youth. Ellie De La Cruz came up in last season and looked like a superstar. Matt McClain looked really, really good in his time as well as Spencer Steer. They have a very young core. Not a lot of veterans, though, so you're betting on youth. Hunter Green has had flashes of excellence, and he could put it all together, be an ace. Andrew Abbott looked good, and they have Alexis Diaz, a very bona fide closer. It's, again, I'm going to say it again, they're betting on youth, but if it all comes together, this team could be very, very scary in the NL this season.
With opening day around the corner, there are always a handful of teams that look primed for a World Series run after the offseason shakeup. Which teams from each league are your picks to make it to the Fall Classic, and who will come away victorious, Brian?
Well, of the two teams that I shed for the AL and NL, I'm going with the Cubs. I think if you do see an Orioles-Cubs matchup, I just think sometimes youth doesn't always get there with the Orioles. They have the veterans, but they're not a lot of playoff experience, which is going to hurt a bit. They got knocked out last year, and I think the Cubs have a lot more veterans. Bellinger's been to the World Series. Other players do it. Craig Counsell has just been a very good manager, and I think you saw it with the Brewers. They made some pretty deep NL runs last year, and I think with a better team and a better roster than I think he may have ever had that he did with the Brewers, I think of the two teams that I picked, the Cubs would be the team to win the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, going with the teams that I picked before for my favorites, the Rangers and the Braves. Rangers youth already having playoff experience. We saw Evan Carter absolutely go off in the fall last season. And now, you know, you bring up a guy like Wyatt Langford. If he can really continue what he's done, this team is even better. And, you know, he's really has a lot of valuable mentors in the lineup, Marcus Semien and Corey Seager, to really teach him what it's like to play in that sort of environment. And then, of course, the Braves. Consistency with that offense, really leading the league in offense all of last season, and then the playoffs it kind of disappeared. So if they can stay consistent and kind of continue to show that into the playoffs, I don't think they'll have any issue making their way all the way to the Fall Classic when it's all said and done.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue our talk about the MLB awards and get here on WTOP-10.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it. Jill
Should we
told me it
tell
was
him?
Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back to Stick to Sports. The American League Rookie of the Year award currently has one heavy favorite, last year's playoff breakout star Evan Carter of the Rangers. The Tigers' Colt Keith and Rays' Junior Caminero are players to watch, as well as another Oriole, Colton Cowser. With a few rookies set to make Major League rosters, who do you think is taking home this year's award?
I mean, you just talked about his teammate, but Wyatt Langford, really, we've been talking about him a lot already in the show, but he's been really a talk of spring training and, just recently being named to the opening day roster of the Texas Rangers this spring, batting .362 with a .415 on base percentage and a 1.122 OPS with 6 home runs and 20 RBIs just in spring alone. I mean, he really is showing off like every single tool that he has, and he was drafted just last year. He was the second pick of the 2023 draft. Really just a fantastic job by the Rangers to pick up this guy when they struggled the year before, and then to win the World Series right after drafting him. I mean, it's crazy. And in 44 games in the minor leagues, batting .360 with a .480 OPS and a 1.157 OPS, 10 home runs and 30 RBIs.
Well, I'm going with his teammate. I'm going with Evan Carter. I think his breakout last year is going to translate back into the regular season this year. He's going to be an everyday outfielder for them, and I think he is the guy to win the Rookie of the Year this year.
The National League has a lot of possible candidates for the Rookie of the Year heading into the 2024 season, with Jackson Chourio breaking camp with the Brewers and Shota Imanaga and Yoshinobu Yamamoto being strong choices as they already have professional experience. Brian, who's your pick for this year's NL Rookie of the Year?
Well, you just mentioned him, Jackson Chourio of the Brewers. He's a superstar coming out center fielder for the Brewers. This young Brewers core, I think, especially in the outfield, he's going to play really well. He's a top of the lineup guy. He'll have protection around him, and Yelich and Adames, also veterans. You can kind of teach him the ways of the game. And I just think he's this nice up and coming guy. We've been hearing about him for years. He's super young. I just think he has the potential and the pedigree to be the guy to take the award this year.
And I'm going to go with the Dodgers' new right-handed pitcher, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I mean, he's really struggled in spring, and then he struggled in his first start against the Padres in Korea. And so I think it's really just about him getting the feel for MLB baseballs, and then he'll be able to really get his control back because he'll start, really be comfortable with it. And once he gets that control back, he'll start hitting his spots more and making his off-speed pitches a little bit more effective, and he'll just be, he'll back to what everybody thinks he could be.
The American League is stacked with talent and got an influx of new stars during the offseason. The current favorite to win the MVP is Aaron Judge at +550, with new teammate Juan Soto right behind at +600. Ben, with the last year's winner Shohei Ohtani now in the NL, who do you think is taking home this year's AL MVP?
I mean, you named him. I mean, who else but Aaron Judge? I mean, last year he struggled with injuries. He just could not stay on the field. But he played in 106 games, and he still hit 37 home runs and had 75 RBIs with a 1.019 OPS. I mean, you really can't ask for much more than that, especially when he's on the field. I mean, of course, he wasn't on the field much, but when he was always producing and just if he stays healthy this season, I see no reason why he can't win MVP this year.
Well, I'm going to go with Corey Seager of the Rangers. He had an excellent year last year, and I think this year he could take another step. He has a lot of great players around him. We mentioned Wyatt Langford and Evan Carter. He's got Marcus Semien. And I think one thing you might see in New York is that Soto and Judge may take votes off of each other. They're both going to have very good years, and there's just a possibility of them both stealing votes. And I know people could say it was Semien and Seager, but I do think Seager's going to have a standout year over Semien, and that's not going to be necessarily a problem down in Texas where you could see it up in the Bronx.
The NL has a ton of MVP caliber talent, spanning from the reigning MVP Ronald Acuna Jr. to the reigning AL MVP Shohei Ohtani. But there are also breakout stars like Corbin Carroll, who showed a lot of promise in 2023. Brian, will this year's NL MVP be someone we expect like the two I just mentioned, or are we going to see a new face take home the award?
Well, I'm going with a new face, Corbin Carroll. He had a breakout year last year, won the NL Rookie of the Year award, and he honestly was kind of like an Acuna light. He had a very similar skill set, played excellent defense, stole bases, had power, kind of almost a five-tool player. I think one thing you can also see, talk about Acuna going back-to-back, voter fatigue is a thing. If he has any of a lesser year this year than he did last year, then he's not going to garner the votes that he got because he has to be better than he was before to get the MVP back.
Absolutely, and I believe, Cody Bellinger, he finally was able to get a contract, and he went back to Chicago, and he's going to be proving teams again because he might be able to opt out. And last year he hit .307 with 26 home runs and 97 RBIs. If he can do that again, or even bolster that because now he's more comfortable being in Chicago, he could be at an elite level that we saw, I'd say about 5 years ago when he was with LA. So it's just a matter of time if we see what Cody Bellinger we get this season.
Last year's AL Cy Young Award winner Garrett Cole is set to miss 10 to 12 weeks, opening the door for a new winner in the AL this season. Current favorites include Kevin Gausman of the Blue Jays, Corbin Burnes now of the Orioles, and Luis Castillo of the Mariners. Ben, who do you think will take home this season's Cy Young Award?
Luis Castillo last season, he pitched 197 innings, and he had a 3.34 ERA. He was fifth in Cy Young voting, but that wasn't even his best. We've seen him have a higher ceiling or even better performance in past seasons. He got a little bit lucky, so I feel like that's why he didn't do as well, because he was getting a little bit more contact. If he can sort of try and avoid the barrel a little bit more, even if they're still making contact, but as long as it's softer contact, he might have a little more success this season.
Well, I'm going to go with this teammate, George Kirby, an up-and-coming pitcher, also in the Mariners rotation. They have a lot of young pitchers, but I think George Kirby may be the standout this year from that rotation. He can kind of prove himself as an ace. He has a very good pitch mix, extremely good control, does not walk anybody, and I do think that similar to what we saw last year with Garrett Cole, just command and overpowering. George Kirby, very similar pitcher. I think he's going to be the guy that wins the Cy Young in the AL this year.
With Blake Snell staying in the National League after a long free agent saga, he is back in the running for the Cy Young Award. Corbin Burnes moving to the American League opens up opportunities for new faces to possibly take home the hardware. Who is your NL Cy Young pick, Brian?
I'm going to go with Max Fried of the Atlanta Braves. Max Fried has shown that he is a Cy Young caliber pitcher year in and year out. He just deals with injuries every year. He has to stay healthy on this Braves team, but if he continues to be the ace of a Braves team that wins over 100 games repeatedly, at some point he's going to garner the votes, as long as he stays healthy, to be that guy, win the NL Cy Young, and he has shown the numbers, shown the abilities. It's going to be him, I think, this year's it.
I think it's possibly going to be Logan Webb. We know that he just got Blake Snell as a teammate. That duo is going to be one of the best in the MLB. But he finished second place in the NL Cy Young voting last year behind Snell, and he's shown a ton of progression year over year since his rookie season. So I see no reason why he can't take another leap and win the award. But pitching to a 3.25 ERA last season in 216 innings, striking out 194 batters, he's been fantastic. And I don't see any reason why he can't be even more fantastic in 2024. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Brian will be joined by one of our producers, Alex Brooks, here on WTOP-10.
Would you like to try snacks from faraway lands? Or snacks with bizarre flavors? How about snacks in new ways? Or snacks you've never tried before? You don't have to go far to find these snacks. They can all be found here at Snacks on West 1st Street.
Yeah, we're walking around campus, and what do we see? All these clubs are looking.
They're looking for me.
There's hockey.
There's improv.
So much to see. So let's go try them out and see how they be. Come on and please watch.
Our embarrassments free.
Tune in to Amateurs on WTOP.
Happy Friday, Lakers, and another beautiful day here in Oswego, New York. I'm DJ Don Perone, and I'm happy that you're starting your weekend off right listening to WNYO 88.9 FM, the Laker Radio Network.
I said, darling, can you see? There's no room for us. There's no room. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
First, one of our producers, Alice, what do you got for us tonight?
Well, Brian, we'll start this fast break not on the diamond, but on the gridiron, as the NFL has announced some controversial rule changes, including a ban on the hip drop tackles that has had defensive players voice their opinions on social media. Brian, in the wake of these rule changes, will these be good or bad for the league moving forward?
Well, I think the hip drop tackle is bad. I think just the amount we've seen of players complaining about it, we've seen media talking about it. I know it's dangerous. I know it's caused some injuries, but you know what? That's the risk of being in the NFL is you're going to get injured. It's the very contact-heavy sport. You have to kind of deal with things certain times. And the hip drop tackle is just kind of one of those things. You're just taking away players' abilities to really tackle players in the open field. They're just, every year, there's something new that the defensive players can't do. Eventually, we're playing flag football. That's what I'm going to say. Eventually, it's flag football out here.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. I mean, the hip drop tackle has been the hip drop tackle, was overshadowed by the first two rules because, the commitment to safety for the NFL is kind of going overboard right now. I mean, you were mentioning with being flag football. I mean, all these guys are really going back and forth on social media, not really liking these rules. And this is a game that's meant to be physical. We've seen a lot of commitment to safety, and it's really going a lot overboard for the NFL. Moving back to the national pastime, as opening day is only 3 days away, with Thursday marking the start of the 2024 season. 12 teams made the playoffs that excluded the Yankees, Mets, and Red Sox. Brian, I'll ask you the question. What team that made the 2023 playoffs will not make it to the dance in 2024?
I'm going to go with the Milwaukee Brewers. They lost Craig Counsell. They really didn't make a lot of big splashes in free agency to counteract some of the loss of Counsell. They're kind of going with a youth movement here with Churio coming up and Joey Weimer and a couple other young outfielders. And I just think they need a season to reset. The NL Central is getting better with the Reds up and coming, the Cubs really showing up, and the Cardinals still available, and they made moves this offseason. I think that it's the Brewers' year to just kind of take a step back and really kind of reset before they make a push again for the playoffs in maybe a year or two.
Yeah, I agree with you. For my team is going to be the Toronto Blue Jays in the AL East. I feel like they're going to miss the playoffs because I feel like just the expectations you've had from this team. They're a young team. You got Guerrero, you got Bichette, you got guys who are supposed to be taking over the league, supposed to be competing for a championship, and that's been not the case. I mean, you obviously have the Yankees retooling. You know, the Red Sox, they've been low in the division, but they're always competitive. And obviously the Orioles and Rays have been really competitive in this division. So they haven't really made any splash free agent moves. They lost out on Bellinger, they lost out on Ohtani, and it's not going to help them out going into 2024. I know you guys talked about your AL and NL rookie predictions. We'll expand on that idea. Brian, it's late March, but who is your prospect to watch that could have an impact in the majors down the stretch in 2024?
I'm going to go with Paul Skeens, the number 1 overall pick by the Pirates in the last draft in the summer. He's just this overwhelming pitcher, constantly over 100 with his fastball. all the scouts love him. You see he's ranked number 3 in the MLB by MLB Pipeline. He's just 21 years old. He's starting in AAA, so it's just one jump to the majors. I don't think it'll be long. The Pirates are still this team that are kind of rebuilding. They have some players, but I think it's just another year for them. And I think we're going to see Skeens probably maybe late May, early June, especially if he's dealing in AAA.
Yeah, I'm going to go for my player to watch. I didn't plan this. His name is Brooks Lee, the shortstop from the Minnesota Twins. He was drafted 8th overall in 2022 by Minnesota. I mean, you mentioned with Skeens, he's a guy who Minnesota is growing to be that second baseman. He's listed as a shortstop, but he's going to be that second baseman with Carlos Correa. He's reassigned to AAA. He had a great camp. I mean, he was batting over 300. He had a lot of extra base hits, 4 RBIs. He'll be someone to watch come into this season.
We're going to take a quick break here on Stick to Sports. Thanks once again to Alex for the fast break. When we come back, Ben, Alex, and I will head into extra innings. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Stick to Sports on WTOP-10.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
no.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a closer to that one.
Matthew,
Broadcast news.
look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Welcome back to Stick to Sports. Now let's get ready for everyone's favorite tradition here at WTOP-10, extra innings. Let's take a look at the updated extra innings standings. And guys, I mean, Ben, look at you, 5-0.
There we go.
I went up there 4-1.
Finally. We finally beat Brian.
We finally beat him.
And yet I'm still over 500,
did.
so don't get too ahead of yourselves. But no, congrats. I think this is the second 5-0 we've had in the 2 seasons we've been doing this. Congrats.
Thank you.
Good job.
Congrats, Ben.
Thank you.
Well, the first matchup for this opening day baseball edition of Stick to Sports is going to be the Milwaukee Brewers versus the New York Mets at Citi Field with an even spread. Ben, you went undefeated last week, so I'll have you start off.
Yeah, this is a really interesting matchup. I mean, it's Freddie Peralta against Jose Quintana in the opening day matchup. Not exactly what you were expecting coming into the season, especially at the end of last season, maybe Corbin Burns and Kodai Senga. That is not the case. Corbin Burns, of course, in Baltimore, and Kodai Senga is hurt at the moment. But I think going into this one, I got to go with the Brewers. I want to see Jackson Chourio really, turn it up in his first game action in the MLB and give the Brewers a 1-0 record to start the season.
Despite it being Quintana on the mound, I'm going to go against you and think Citi Field home advantage for the Mets opening day. They're going to get their own fans there to really build them up. I think they're a team that's really going to need it, and they're going to feed off the Citi Field crowd and take the win in the first game.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Brian. I'm going to take the New York Mets at home at Citi Field. Our next game is a rematch of the 2023 National League Division Series. Atlanta Braves versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Brian, which NL East team is taking the first W?
Well, the Braves are favored despite being on the road, but I'm going to still go with them. I think they're just overpowering. I think the Phillies, they tend to struggle a little bit in the regular season, but they do enough to make the postseason. I know we're just opening day, and I don't know why I'm talking about postseason yet, but I do think it's going to be the Braves taking this opening day game in Philly. I'm
going to go against you on this one. We know that Phillies have a really good track record against Spencer Strider, and that's, of course, who they're facing in the opening day matchup. So I'm going to take the Phillies, and I think they're going to do pretty well against Strider.
Brian, did I copy off your notes? Because I'm taking the Braves as well in this matchup. So the next one is going to be the Blue Jays versus the Rays, two AL East teams. Ben, which team are you taking the opening day win?
You know, without Glass now for opening day, I think the Blue Jays are going to take this one. They have Kevin Gausman getting the start, and I mean, as we talked about before, he's one of those guys for the Cy Young this season, and I think he's gonna propel them to the victory.
I'm going to go with you on the Blue Jays. I think this team is pretty good. The Rays are still kind of this team that isn't really they're dealing with Wander Franco. That's what I'm trying to get to. And I think the Blue Jays with Kevin Gausman, Cy Young candidate, is going to lead them to victory.
And I'm going to take the Rays. So this next matchup is going to be that Yankee fans always dread, Astros, Yankees. Brian, you're the non-Yankee fan at this table. Who we got here?
I'm going with the Astros. Nestor Cortez on the bump opening day. I just don't think he'll be able to deal with the pressure in Houston. I think that's the biggest deal. Is Cortez in Houston opening day is not going to go well. Give me the Astros.
You know what? I'm going with the Yankees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, get faked. You got faked. I'm going with the Yankees.
Oh, I'm so surprised.
You know, in the beginning of this, I was going to go with you, Brian, on the Astros, but screw that. I'm going to go to the New York Yankees. Yankees are going to win this matchup. Let's go. Our final matchup is an intriguing one with the rising Chicago Cubs headed to face the defending World Series champion Texas Rangers. Ben, who's winning on primetime?
You know, I talked a lot about the Rangers before. I'm taking the Rangers this one. Their lineup is just too good, and they got Eovaldi as well, and he's been really strong.
Yeah, I'm right with you on the Rangers. I think Eovaldi on the bump. This lineup is just too good. They're at home. If this is going to be the World Series, the crowd on the World Series team, give me the Rangers.
Yeah, the defending World Series champion Rangers are going to take it in this one.
And that's all the time we have on this episode of Stick to Sports. Be sure to tune in next week right here on WTOP-10.
Hey, how are you? Want to chat? Well, you're in luck. The Mick and Nick show is about to start. Oh, Nick! The Mick and Nick show is starting.
Oh, wait, let's go then.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Mick and Nick Show. It's great to have you join us. Nick, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, today we're going to give you guys kind of a set tour and then slide right into real talk with coloring pages and end up with a fun let's play of us playing Overcooked 2.
So excited. That was also a really cool intro. I wonder who edited that.
Man, I don't know.
So let's start with our set tour. All right, so we got our butterfly chairs here.
Yep.
This one's from Target.
This one is from Amazon, but it's a Walmart brand, so I don't know, I'll let them beef it out by themselves. And then we have this really nice, table in the middle.
Also from Walmart.
Yes.
I'll start with the little plushies here. So this is Joey. She's the kangaroo. Made her myself.
Over here is Paula. She's also a koala, not a kangaroo, but also Aussie. And I also made her, and we made her at actually the same event. It was one of those fun ones that happened on campus.
We did go together. That was fun.
Yes, it was.
There was fluff everywhere. And over here, we have my salt lamp right here. Haven't licked it yet. No one has licked it yet. I don't know if anyone will lick it yet.
I might at some point.
Maybe.
There's something fun though, where your water was dripping on it, and she had
It
a
was.
salt pool all over her table.
From
That
the
was great.
air conditioning. It was, I would have a little salt pool on my little nightstand. It was great.
And then over here I have a little penguin. It's from Mystic Aquarium in Connecticut. I went there this past summer with my family. It was fun. I haven't been in an aquarium in a long time, but it was nice. And I got this because the penguins were really cute up there.
Yes, it was. Love the set. All right, Nick, what is for WTOP?
Yeah, so this week on WTOP, Pokemon fans have finally gotten their filling of content due to the recent Pokemon Direct held last Tuesday. Announced during this Pokemon Direct was a DLC for the latest Pokemon game, Scarlet and Violet. This DLC is called The Hidden Treasures of Area Zero, and this will be a two-part DLC that will continue the beloved school themes of Scarlet and Violet in the settings of a school trip and being an exchange student at Blueberry Academy. The DLC will introduce new original characters, Pokemon, and most importantly, new legendaries. The coolest part of this DLC, in my opinion, are the new Paradox forms of former legendary Pokemon Verzian and Suicune. For those of you that don't know, Paradox Pokemon are past and future versions of the Pokemon we know and love, and is a new feature that was implemented in Violet and Scarlet. The DLCs will be released later this year. And another noticeable addition to the Pokemon brand is the new app Pokemon Sleep. The way you play this game is by sleeping. You get Pokemon that match your sleeping habits and appear when you wake up in the morning. Pokemon Sleep will be available in summer 2023.
I definitely need that Pokemon sleep. My sleep schedule is messed up. In other news, Humane Society International has rescued more than 15,000 animals in Turkey since the devastating earthquake that happened 3 weeks ago. The earthquake had a magnitude of 7.8 and has killed over 40,000 citizens. Among the animals rescued are dogs, cats, goldfish, parakeets, and reptiles. Each day, the HSI have been finding animals amidst the rubble and wreckage. Their mission didn't even stop when the area was hit with another earthquake with a magnitude of 6.3. Slowly but surely, these pets have been reunited with their owners. They even used a voice recording of an owner to lure out her pet cat. They have since been reunited. HSI's team of responders come from all over the world, such as the US, Europe, Costa Rica, and Colombia. These rescues give people a ray of hope among the devastation and loss that Turkey earthquakes have caused.
Coming up, we'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that boy.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Topics such as trauma and deep emotions will be discussed in this segment of the show. Some topics may be easily triggering and may be hard to listen to. The answers to the questions of the day pertain to our experiences only. Please listen to our experiences with an open mind and leave your judgments behind. This is a safe space.
We find it very important to delve into these topics because we want to spread awareness about the importance of healing and mental health. We are not licensed therapists nor studying to be ones. Therefore, if you feel free to call and ask a professional for help, and please visit the Mary Walker Health Center on campus to speak with a counselor. You're never alone.
And here are the materials you will need today if you want to follow along with our arts and crafts. A coloring book and colored pencils and a pencil sharpener if it gets dull. So, what's the question of the day, Nick?
Well, the question of the day is, how are you feeling? So, I'm excited for this weekend because main thing, hockey. I love hockey.
Yep.
Michelle loves hockey.
I love
It's
hockey.
great. And it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just something that over the years, like I've never been like a big sports person.
Right.
But recently, just with hockey, I've always just really enjoyed it.
I love how intense it can get. It brings out, some of that energy out of me.
No, I watch it in silence for the most part, which I feel bad for when I go with friends, but like I just enjoy just being immersed into it and it's everything. It's great.
Yeah, especially with like college hockey specifically.
Yeah, no.
Because it's very different from an NHL game, just because there's like the students get so riled up.
Especially the Oswego energy we have here, it's insane.
Oh yeah.
And then also, me and Michelle, this Friday, we're going to be in a collage concert.
We will.
And yeah,
You're singing, right?
I'm singing in State Singers. It's going to be fun. I'm one of the tenors.
Nice, yes, love it. And I'm playing violin. But I'm excited for that, just because I love playing.
I'm excited.
I've been playing
Apparently, we haven't done like a collage concert like how we did. Like we kind of did one last semester, but it's not the same caliber as it was this semester.
Right.
But I'm feeling pumped.